Hi, my name is Aaron Weaver, and I'm here to talk about Angela Lansbury's comment on the sexual harassment situations happening in workplaces and government offices and behind the scenes. There's so much happening here in the USA, it's actually not surprising. Not at all. Um, and I salute you. Um, Lansbury, you have said it right on. And unfortunately, people, they have their issues and their agendas, and they do not want to listen to wisdom. You have spoken wisdom. Right now, I'm going to quote from this woman and tell you what she said and tell you why I agree with her. She said that there are two sides of the coin. And there may be even more than one side to this coin, but I know where she's coming from. We have to own up to the fact that women, since time immemorial, have gone out of their way to make themselves attractive. And unfortunately, it has backfired on us. Talking about women. And this is where we are today. We must sometimes take blame, women. I really do think that. Although it's awful to say we can't make ourselves look as attractive as possible without being knocked down and raped. Well, I agree with that, and I will explain. But first of all, people have been attacking her for saying this, and they've been taking what she says out of context. And here's her response. There is no excuse whatsoever for men to harass women in an abusive sexual manner. And I am devastated that anyone should deem me capable of thinking otherwise. Those who have known the quality of my work and the many public statements I have made over the course of my life must know that I am a strong supporter of women's rights. Lastly, I would like to add that I am troubled by how quickly and brutishly some have taken my comments out of context and attempted to blame my generation, my age, or my mindset without having read the entirety of what I said. Well, I have said a video before on the topic of old men naked in the locker room. And I really do believe we live in awful times here in the United States of America because we are so dirty-minded. And here is one of my favorite actresses, and she said, hey, I am proud that I am a fan of her all the more. She's right. Sadly today, women in the workplace, not all women, but some women in the workplace, and are dressing very inappropriately in a manner that makes men go like, ooh, a sex object. Because that's how some of us men think. You know, and women, they're like showing off skin that they shouldn't have to, and so on and so forth. You can be modest. And a lot of people say, well, what does modest mean? Basically, modesty is trying to present yourself in a non-sexual object. And if you don't know the difference between what a sexual way of dressing and a non-sexual way of dressing looks like, you have problems. And you're going to be facing these problems, and you're going to think incorrectly about these problems. It's amazing. I mean, I have coworkers at my job, and some of the women dress, and I'm going to say it, like sluts. And they are asking for it. And they wonder sometimes why customers are stalking them in the aisles, or why they're at the cash registers and some of them are flirting with them and all that kind of stuff. Well, I mean, really? I have no idea. Why are they? Why are they thinking they can take the advantage of you? Because you're presenting yourself as being so, as someone who can be taken advantage of. In other words, if you want to dress like someone who wants to sell themselves for sex, you're going to be treated that way. It makes sense. And you know what? Julia Lansbury's right. You can dress and be attractive and still not look like someone who's a sexual object. You can do that. And guess what? Us males will respect you. And those who don't, they all the more have the reason to have their hands slapped and put into prison. But what's even more sad is that you're going into schools and you're seeing young girls dressed like this, as if they are a woman on the streets selling themselves for sex. We have girls dressed like this, young girls. Some of them are dressing their babies like this. It's sad. It's crazy. And they wonder why there's so much, child sex harassments going on in our country. Well, if you're a parent and you're going to have your child dressed like this, expect someone to come and sexually harass your child. It's common sense, or at least, well, it's not common sense anymore, but it used to be. Come on, guys, wake up. She's right. She's absolutely right. Listen to your elders. They know what they're talking about. And you're saying, well, maybe in her past years, she used to do this. Well, maybe she learned from her lessons. And now, as being an older person, she knows better from her past situations. And therefore, giving you words of wisdom. Ladies, please. Some of you are attacking her like you're acting like a stubborn grandma, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, she's doing this out of love and out of character because she's concerned about the younger generation. That's why she's doing this. Kudos to you. I am so excited that this woman said this. I am so excited. And I hope more people start standing up and saying, hey, we have a problem within the United States culture. And things are going downhill. And people are being sued for no reason. Or, maybe there's two sides of the story. And I'm going to even go a little step further. And it's going to get me in trouble. I'm going to say this. A lot of these guys who may be being convicted or being sued for sexual harassment within our country, I bet you in some cases, not a lot, but in some cases, they weren't even doing it. They weren't sexually harassing the woman. I hope there's a law that comes out. A law that says that if a man is proven innocent of sexually harassing a woman or anybody else, that person who's accusing the man should have the same punishment as that guy would have wound up with. Because this is absolutely going out of here. It's going crazy in our country. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We are so dirty-minded that even a hug is a sexual harassment action. It's sad. And no, I'm not good with speaking words. I'll admit that. I'm not very good at that. At least I know what I'm saying. It's sad. I remember reading somewhere, I don't know where it was, in some book, and someone mentioned that in the future of the United States, it's going to come down to that an uncle cannot hug his niece without being accused of sexually harassing her. And we are pretty much there. It is sad. Anyways, that's what I have to say. I really don't care if you agree with me or not. And I don't want to hear your responses, actually. Because this has just gone too far. We have rights. Yes, women have rights. We all have rights, God-given rights in this country. But unfortunately, these rights are being abused. It's sad. The Constitution is either being abused by taking those rights way too far, or you're taking those rights away altogether. Our founding fathers had it right in the first place. Man. And yet I probably shouldn't say anything. I bet I have my guilts as well. I do. I'm sure I do. But, yeah, no surprise. No surprise. That's all I had to say. Goodbye.